Hey guys, welcome to the Modern Warrior Body. Today I'm going to show you my Tuesday workout routine. So it's going to be deadlifts and handstands. Two fantastic exercises, two of my favorite all-time exercises, bar none, okay? Both of them are working a number of different aspects of your fitness game, of your strength all over, okay? So we're working, let's go with the handstands first. They're working the upper back, the traps, the shoulders, getting your mobility, getting your posture perfect, the core strength, the leg strength as well. That's all handstands. And then the deadlift is kind of doing the opposite half, or the bottom part of your body. It's hitting your back, again, core strength, your legs, your bum, your glutes, all of the kind of hip hinge kind of work as well. So we're getting really good workout today with just two exercises. Now again, they're two, some could say simple exercises, but at the same time, they're two very, very difficult exercises. So that's why I call them two of my favorite all-time exercises. They're working fantastic stuff, they're working brilliant stuff, and they're working all over as well. So we're gonna get straight into our deadlift. Okay, the deadlift, again, the king of exercises, the king of weight training exercises, I always call it, because handstand is no weight. You can do it anywhere, okay, without any equipment. But the deadlift, you absolutely need some weight, okay? And the deadlift is basically how to pick up anything off the ground. If you're doing any kind of manual handling, labor or something, the deadlift is how you pick up anything off the ground, or as close to it as possible. By that I mean you're getting in as close as possible to a heavy weight and then you're lifting it up, okay? So we're gonna get straight into it, onto the deadlift. We're getting in really close to the bar. That's the number one thing, or probably the most important thing with a deadlift, or anything that you pick up off the ground, okay? So I'm getting in really close to the bar. I'm almost touching my shins off the bar, so that when I bend down a little, I do touch my shins off the bar. That's how close the deadlift is to the center of my gravity, okay? If, for example, the bar is way out here, it's very difficult then to pick it up. If I was standing back here, trying to pick that up off the ground is near impossible, okay? That's very difficult. But getting in really close to something, hips lower, shoulders back. Now this bar is really close to my center. It's almost over the center of the foot as well. So again, the center balance point, center of the foot. From there, it's quite easy to keep in close and lift off the ground. And if you dropped it, it would land pretty much back in the same place, bar a little bouncing around, okay? Today I'm using no fancy equipment. I'm using no belt. I'm using, you know, someone say these are not the right runners for the deadlift, okay? But my point is that you should be able to deadlift in anything, okay? Because again, out in the real world, who knows what kind of shoes you're gonna be wearing. I wouldn't recommend high heels. I've seen some horrible fail videos online like that. But again, if you were in that situation, you should be able to do it, okay? So we're using, now these runners, they're really old. Their grip is gone, which is good for this rubber floor. It's actually really grippy on the floor, and that's what I want, something that'll grip the ground. And if I was barefoot, I would be using my feet to kind of grip the ground. I'm doing that in my runners as well. I'm gripping the floor with my toes, with my feet, and getting a nice solid stance on the ground, okay? The feet are just under my hips, okay? They're straight down, they're not out wide. Again, you can do different kind of styles like sumo deadlifting and stuff, but today we're just working the traditional deadlift, okay? So our feet and our shoes and our stability point, or our base, is right under the hips, okay? Getting in really close to the bar. Bending down then, I grip the bar nice and tight. So again, we're just using a standard grip. I'm not going under over like this for now, for the warm-up kind of stuff. I'm just going both hands neutral grip, okay? Gripping tight, bar in close. And from here, I pull my bum down, I pull my shoulders back. So I get into a really tight position. You should nearly lift the bar off the ground, squeeze in tight like that, okay? That means shoulders back, Every muscle in my back is switched on, lats are pulled back, shoulder blades are pulled together, and my lower back is switched on tight, okay? So I'm doing that first, I'm squeezing everything, and then I'm pushing into the ground. So the bar almost slides up my shins all the way. Once it gets to the knees, I'm squeezing my bum like you would nearly a kettlebell swing, squeezing your bum hard and just standing up straight. Squeeze and stand up straight. And that's your deadlift. Okay, so I just want to show you that from the other angle as well, just so you can see my setup and then the crucial part, which is tightening that position up, okay, and really strengthening that starting position, which is the most important, okay? So bringing your legs in close again. First thing I do, even if the bar was out here, I'm gonna roll it in. Bum down, shoulders back. And now the bar is right in the center, okay? Shoulders back. And now we squeeze them, pull the shoulder blades together, squeeze everything, tighten that shape. So already when I squeeze that and tighten that starting position, the bar is gonna come off the ground a little bit, okay? So our back is really solid. Bum down, shoulders back, deep breath in, and squeeze on the way up. We're standing up tall. This is the finished position. There's no need for me to kind of pull back here. That just means my legs weren't strong enough to extend and then I'm trying to use my back. You don't want to be doing anything like that. You want to go straight up from the ground. And that's the finished position. Stand up tall, okay? That's what a deadlift is. Okay guys, so now we're gonna move on to some handstand workout, but basically mobility in the shoulders. This is a fantastic exercise again. I know I use that word all the time, but these really are the best exercise you can possibly do. So this one against the wall is a really good one to open the shoulders, and you can use it in 2 or 3 different ways. So I'm gonna show you all them ways. One way is gonna be actually opening or stretching out the shoulders, where you're basically pushing your armpits to the ground. The other way is gonna kind of work on your strength for the handstand position. And that means your wrists are here, your shoulders are here, and your hips are here. So one straight line, similar to what you would be upside down, okay, in the handstand. So we're gonna get into a nice relaxed position here, but we're gonna go hands on the wall. Okay, so your hands, they're gonna go roughly hip height. My knees are under my hips, and I'm gonna stretch out the shoulders first, okay? So the first one I'm doing is allowing my armpits to hang into the floor. You wanna be kind of pushing against the wall a little bit for this one, keeping your arms dead straight. And we're still kind of just stretching out the shoulders. And we're stretching out the back as well. So this position, I'm kind of relaxing my tummy and I'm stretching out the shoulders, but I'm also stretching out my back and my tummy. To put more emphasis on the shoulders, I'm now gonna engage the core or pull in my ribs or tummy off the floor. So when you switch on your tummy or your core, now the back isn't doing any of the work. Now the stretch is on just my shoulders. So I'm aiming armpits to the floor and I'm squeezing my tummy hard as well. Okay, from there, I'm gonna make it a whole lot harder, okay? I'm gonna take my knees off the ground. So almost like I'm pushing the wall away now. Straight arms, core tight again. And this is a really great shoulder strengthener for the handstand position. And as you can tell, that's really tough work. So especially when you take your knees off the ground, you're putting a lot of weight into the wall, pushing that wall away from you, and that's kind of getting your shoulders really engaged, switched on, and really working the same kind of muscle groups and tension and position as you would in your handstand as well. Try that one out, it's really good. Okay, so now we're gonna switch it up a little. Same position, but it's gonna be up against the wall, okay? So you can take that position we just did and turn it on its head, basically. So we're hitting the handstand position. Now instead of the hands on the wall, we're gonna be hands on the ground, knees on the wall, okay? Again, a little bit of an advanced exercise, but really helping that shoulder position for your handstand. Really great one to get into. You can walk up the wall, or do what I'm gonna do is cartwheel into it. You can step back a little bit. Hands are gonna be out a little bit from the wall, and now I'm gonna slide my knees down. Pushing my arms straight and trying to pull the core in. And that will be the same as your handstand position. Okay, so again, that's really tough, challenging exercise, or position to talk in especially, okay? Knees on the wall, hips off the wall, and then you're trying to, you can do it again a few different ways. So you can work on just shoulder strength, i.e. just holding to position, or you can work on your shoulder flexibility. You could work hands out a little bit and try pushing the armpits into the wall. And again, that's working that flexibility in the shoulders and the back, and it'll really kind of strengthen or lock in the shoulder shape so that your handstand is going to be perfect eventually. Okay, so as most of you guys know already, I struggle with tight shoulders, okay? And this one is one of the best exercises to do. I know I just said that for every exercise, but I'm not lying. This is one of the best exercises to do for the shoulders and opening up that thoracic region or the upper back region of your spine, okay? Again, this world we live in is on our computer, driving in our car, on our smartphone. Everything we do is pushing our shoulders forward. So if you're new to the gym, or if you don't do anything else, probably the first thing you should do is work on your upper back, because it's going to go doing the opposite and then balance you out in everyday life, okay? So for me as well, I'm no different, I'm no exception. I work hard on my upper back, and rolling out is very important. The roller is fantastic for all areas, for legs, for back, for everything, but I'm going to show you a really good exercise now to open up them shoulders and armpit kind of area of the upper back. If you have tight shoulders, this is a really good one. Okay, I'm gonna start. You can start off with just warming up the upper back by rolling like this, okay? So again, my hips are off the ground here, and I'm kind of putting my weight into that upper back area. You might get a little, I just had a little crack in my back. You might get out a few cracks, that's all good. If you feel any big thick knot, try and just work on that area, work out that knot or that tightness. I'm pretty good so far. So I'm gonna go into position. So we want the roller quite high on my shoulders, and then I'm gonna grab this bar. And then slowly from there, I'm gonna let my hips sink into the floor. So effectively trapping my upper back in between this roller and the floor. The bar doesn't let my arms fly up into the air. And I'm again trying to, because I like working your handstand all the time. The handstand is the straightest arms you can have. So push the bar straight and try and keep your arms locked out the whole time. You can relax the head. It can be difficult to hold it up here for too long. Try and relax the head. Again, that's switching off the muscle groups involved. So again, it's allowing you to stretch. You'll big time feel this in the shoulders, the back a little bit, and the lats here as well. So everything around the shoulder girdle, you're stretching out and opening up. This stretch has really helped me to get that straight line in the hamstrings, in the handstand. And if you're working any overhead pressing muscles, it's going to help you out as well. So shoulders, keeping them really healthy. They move in so many different directions and do so many different things. It's important to keep them stretched out, mobile and healthy. Okay, so that's another really good one to finish off the workout with the shoulder mobility. Okay, so if you like that workout, everything we did there, really good one, hitting the deadlift, the handstand, the shoulders, the hips, kind of mobilizing all over total body there. If you loved it, if you liked it, like the Modern Warrior Body, and check out our other videos. Please subscribe to the channel and share it if you found it useful.